the Latina Leadership Podcast, the podcast made for Latinas by Latinas, with Angelica Cázares, Carolina Arenas, Diana Ruby, Jacqueline Villagomez, and Sonia Ramirez. Get comfortable, amiga, and enjoy the conversations.
Welcome, everyone. My name is Carolina, your co-host for today for the Latina Leadership Podcast series. Today will be a little different, as some of you may know. Not only am I the co-host for the Latina Leadership series, but I also own Poder Hispano, which is a Hispanic Heritage Month festival held here in Houston. And the main idea behind the festival is for all of us as Latinos and non-Latinos, that we have a platform where we can celebrate our cultures, our food, our music, our differences, and just learn from one another. So this year, I was very fortunate enough to have a collaboration with Miss Claudia, which is joining us here today. And I'll let her share with you all just a little bit about her background, what she does here in Houston, and then we'll have a couple of questions in how our collaboration came about for our Women's History Month this year. So thank you for being here. And
thank you for the invitation. So my name is Claudia Ayala. I'm the founder of the Latina Power. Everything started as like a group, a community to get together, to elevate each other, to support, and just to break the cycle of Latinas cannot work together. Instead, for me, it's something important through the empowerment. It's together we make magic. It's powerful when each other understand that we are here to collaborate, to grow together, and to make things easier, right? As an immigrant, I'm from Venezuela. I left my country like 17 years ago, and you know, when you leave, it's like you starting over in a place where you don't know anyone. So when I created Latina Power, it was like I need to have a safe space where everyone connects, everyone collaborate and work together, and be happy.
And what led you to start the Latina Power?
So I was working on a corporate world, and yes, I was happy. I learned so much, but I think I'm more about connecting and being out. And I decided to quit that job. Actually, I had 3 kids and they were very young, but I didn't want to stay home. So my thought was like, okay, I need to have a networking space where not only professional, but housewife, everyone is welcome to connect and, be part of and feel safe and welcome and happy. So the idea was kind of like, okay, let's start like a community. And later it transformed to conferences, right? So in 2018, it was just the idea to get together. I really love just to hear successful stories from other women and especially Latinas, right? Mm-hmm. So for me, it was very important to hear them and not only know, okay, they have like a major success on this industry. It's like, how do you get there? How can I learn from the process that you went through? So it helped me to reach other levels. So that's how it started, like a community with small talks, and then we start growing big. And last year our conference was one of the biggest. We have more than 475 people, not only from Houston. We have the chance to meet with Latinas coming.
Yeah, you guys have people from other states, even out of the country.
We have people coming from República Dominicana, Canada, Mexico. So for me, it's like, wow, we made it, right?
Yeah, and it's a beautiful platform. Again, so sharing with all our listeners, I have been following, participating, supporting the Latina Power, I think for now 2.5 years, and I was not a member. There was nothing against the organization. I just never became a member. I felt that I was doing my due diligence by supporting. But finally this year, I realized, you know what, this is a platform that has welcomed me, like I said, without even being a member. and has supported a lot of my ideas. So I want to share with everybody again. So this year I reached out to Claudia,
Yeah.
and we talked about how could Poder Hispano, a festival, and the Latina Power, a networking community, how could we collaborate? So out of discussion and talking, we came up with the idea of hosting for 2023 the Women's month celebration that we came up with called Latina Poder,
Yeah.
where we highlighted some amazing Latina women members of Houston community throughout different backgrounds. We had healthcare, we had writers, business owners. Um, so I just want you to share with us how do you choose, or how do you fulfill those connections, collaborations? How do you decide?
Okay, so for me, it's very important to have the feeling of the energy. So it has to match my energy in the moment, and in order to pay attention to an idea. So we have so many people coming to, our platform to host events, and sometimes it's not the right time. But when you came to me and you were like, okay, you have Poder Hispano and I have the Latina Power, let's make something powerful during Women's Month that was March. And for me, it was like, it sounds amazing because we never had the chance to celebrate and to, congratulate all the Latinas movers and shakers in the city. So it was very like the right moment.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things that I am, it's like, if I say like, let's do it, you better start working with me because we're
Oh,
gonna make
same
things
here.
happen. Yeah, so that energy really matched because it's not only blah blah blah, it's just like, let's start working. And sometimes I decide to host events in 2 months. Before that, I don't want to, but this one was very like, easy to do. We have the right connections to host the event. I have, the powerful of invitation through the Latina Power, so it was easy to bring a big crowd. And you have to say, we were not expecting more than
Not at all.
50 women to come to this event, and we were ending having, I think, more than 90, and it was
We
super.
definitely surpassed the
Yeah.
number of guests that we wanted. So to our listeners, if you weren't aware, we held the event on a Monday
Yes.
from 11 to 2, so peak hour for people that do work. And
Yeah.
then not only did we do that, we decided to host it at an amazing restaurant, Xalisko's, in the Woodlands. And
Yeah.
if you're aware of Houston distance from the downtown or midtown of to the Woodlands, it's a commute. It's about 45
Yeah.
minutes for someone.
Yeah.
So to have that response from the community, it was just,
Mhm.
again, I'm still,
Yeah.
amazed.
And that's part of why we keep doing this, this
Mhm.
event and these celebrations like Poder Hispano. I feel our community in Houston is hungry for this kind of events. Like, we gather together, we celebrate together, we dance together, we give hugs. So for me, it was very, I was amazed, like, oh my God, how many Latinas are walking through this restaurant? I was kind of nervous at some times because we were not expecting that, but everything was smooth. Like, we didn't plan to have a microphone and the microphone, but we start,
Yeah, there's a little
yeah.
couple of glitches. We missed out on the microphone for the next one.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
But again, so the Latina Leadership Podcast was there, and we were excited to ask a couple of ladies. We interviewed them really quick, and we wanted to ask them, what is your Latina power? So Claudia, what would be your Latina power?
My Latina power is connecting people, connecting, celebrating, empower, and support. I feel like it's my passion, but that's also my poder. So I use it very well in order to achieve whatever I want to achieve. And other things like that, I'm a dreamer. Like, I can't stay quiet. So I'm always connecting and dreaming big. So that's my poder.
And then what is your advice for entrepreneurs or women like myself that, think about an idea and then want to collaborate with someone? Like, what is your advice to them in approaching that?
Speak up, Sometimes we want to do something and we are scared from others to say no, but you have to risk. You have to knock the doors. You need to be able to, sometimes you are going to miss the opportunity just because you feel you're not ready or you don't have the power to reach out or get things done. That's why it's very important to understand that we can collaborate, we can work and support each other. We just need to know how to ask. Sometimes we just feel like, oh, I don't have the support, or I can't do this because nobody listen. And it's like, no, you need to even learn how to ask for help, how to get in the crowd of poderosas that are gonna be like, yes, I can help you. Let's do it together.
Okay. And then, so for those that haven't followed you or don't know where to find you, where can somebody find information about the Latina Power?
So they can follow us at the latinapower.com and also on Instagram. And if you want to connect with me personally, because I don't handle the Latina Power, sometimes people is like, oh, I'm talking to Claudia, and they get to know me later and like, oh, we were chatting. I'm like, no, please.
Yeah. It's a professional platform.
Follow with me on my personal account, Claudia Ayala, and I answer. I'm there, so you can reach out to me. Or if you want to do something with the Latina Power, community-wise, collaborate and do magic, just go to the Latina Power.
And is there anything coming up for the community that they can go and attend, or?
So we have the conference, the mayor conference. It's on September 17th. That's going to be here in Houston. We also have like a mini conference in Austin on June 17th. We also are hosting the first event ever that we're calling Fashion Give Back, that is to support nonprofits. That's going to be also in September. So there's so many things that we always do. And with the members, that it's something new that started last year. With the members, we get together every month. So even the conference, everyone is welcome. Be a member, everyone is welcome. As you know, being a member of the Latina Power community is just not getting together. It's connecting, networking, and make things
and
happen.
Learning from one another. Again, there's a lot of resources that you guys offer your members. But yeah, so again, the Latina Poder Awards, it was held this year, and I hope that we can continue that collaboration for the years to come.
Next year, Latina Poder Award 2024, and
there you go.
We're gonna get together to make things happen in a bigger.
And again, we celebrate women year round, but for the month of March, that's what we wanted to do, and it was an amazing collaboration. And again, we just hope that you guys can stay tuned and follow us so that you can celebrate with us next year. Claudia, the Latina Power, thank you again for just authentic, genuine connections and many projects to come. And we want to thank you for being here with us today.
Thank you, Caro.
Cultura, historia, being fearless.
Poder hacer todo a la vez, poder conectar en mi idioma, el poder decir lo que pienso.
Una oportunidad para crecer y para enseñarle a mi hija lo que significa el poder de ser latina.
We make Houston sweeter and sweeter every day.
Están ayudar a las personas que desean mudarse.
Es conectar, es contar la historia de mujeres latinas que emprenden, que triunfan.
Empowerment.
Enseñar lo que sabemos.
Es ser apasionada en lo que hago y compartir lo que me gusta.
My family, my community, and everything around me.
La raíz de nuestra familia.
Is vulnerability, because so many people have their own story. Get along with a very large group of diverse people and just connecting everybody together.
What a woman can really do, what we are capable of, if you just give us a chance, encourage us, support us, and don't hinder us, but believe in us.
Por luchar por las cosas que queremos y sobre todo por siempre apoyar nuestra comunidad. Ese es nuestro poder latino.
What did you think of the conversation? If you enjoyed what you heard, let us know in the comments. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Thank you for listening to the Latina Leadership Podcast, and we will see you next time.